Most people I speak to are tired of working 40 plus hours a week and they'd love to have an online business that can pay them round the clock. But there's one big problem, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to solve that problem, and it will help you greatly. So I'm going to draw something which will help you see exactly what I'm talking about, illustrate it actually in a great way. Now, before I do that, I want to tell you this quick story because it's so relevant and you probably relate to what's actually happening here, right? So I was in a mastermind session a couple of months ago and I was hearing this story being relayed about someone else and me, and just how they had started to notice how more and more of the stuff that I was doing and this other person was doing was hitting more and more people. And this isn't like a one-off. I've heard many stories about stuff like this in the past as well, and I'm sure I'll continue to hear more and more as more and more people see the work that I'm doing, etc. And it was interesting because as the story was being relayed, it was like, oh, okay, cool, like these guys are doing XYZ, they're getting their content out there, I'm seeing them in all these different places, and it's like, I would love to do that. I would love to take the steps they're doing. I'd love to make the money that they're making, but I want to see some results first. And if you can relate, like I said already, this video is going to help you in a great way because I want to illustrate this. This is how the problem that most people have, right? And I'm going to show you exactly how to solve it. So if you think about it like this, right? Most people are in this situation like I've just described before, right? We'll do it like this. You've got two sides of a mountain. Now, on this side of the mountain, let me even go back. All right. On this side of the mountain, this is where, let's plant your flag in the ground. This is where most people want to get to. But the problem is, let's do it like this. Most people are like this individual right here, who in the story were talking about myself and someone else and seeing more and more of their stuff. And like I said, this isn't a one-off story. I hear stories like this regularly. And again, I'll hear more and more of this as just what I'm doing gets bigger and bigger and bigger and helps more and more people, right? So you have people like this, they're at the edge of the cliff, right? These are the individuals I was speaking about at the beginning of the video. They're tired of working 40 plus hours a week. They want something different. They desire something different. And the problem is for these individuals, right? This is a lot of people. They spend their time not just looking at the result, right? They spend their time looking at, they're at the edge of the cliff, thinking to themselves, this is not going to work. What if it doesn't work? I want to see results first. And when you have that sort of thinking, this is what it looks like. You see, I'll show you what to do next, but this is what most people find themselves in that scenario. The person in this story, you probably are feeling this way as well, right? You're at the edge of the cliff, you know you want something more, you're not like, I can't keep working 40, 50, 60 plus hours a week. Like, yes, it's providing money, but it's taking away all of my time. Like, how can I even be working from home, but I feel like I'm not even at home because I'm glued to the computer, I'm glued to my laptop. Even when I'm with my children, even with my friends and with my partner, I'm still thinking about work. That is not normal. At least that shouldn't be normal. But this is the problem. Most people find themselves, when they're at the edge of the cliff, they're looking down and they're like, I need to see results first. I need to see results. I need to see something. I can see these other people doing it, but give me some of the money first. Give me some of whatever it is, right? And then I'll take the step. But the problem is, this is not how it works. The way it works, if you want to be successful, is before you even take any steps, you've already internally, mentally, and your heart, your beliefs, you've already aligned yourself and said, you know, okay, cool, this is what I'm going for. So it's not just enough to say, well, I'm tired of working a 40+ hour a week. And I'm not telling you to quit your job tomorrow or today or anything along those lines. My point is, you have to make a decision. You have to get to the point where you say, okay, you know what, enough is enough. And when enough is really enough, that means you are not going to be doing things the same way as you've done before. Now, this doesn't mean, again, quit your job. This means from this day going forward, you plant your flag in the ground and say, I'm going a different direction. Now, I've got a video about this, right, which I'll leave in the description box below, which is talking about how to have your perfect week, right? Your perfect week should be productive, you should get stuff done, it should be profitable, you get paid, right? And it should be pleasurable, you're happy, you're joyous, etc. So I'm not saying quit your job, but I explain more so what you should be doing, even if you've got a long work week, what you should be doing anyway in order to get closer and closer to your end goal. But back to this drawing, right? Most people find themselves in this scenario, phase 1, which is the problem. They are so focused on, I don't have anything right now. They're so focused on things going badly, things getting destroyed, things not working out, them being embarrassed, etc. They don't ever build the confidence to cross the bridge. Now, this is the right way to do this. This is what successful people do. And this is what you can now do in regards to getting over to become a winner. So most people, their eyes are focused all the way on the destruction. They're focused on not even the pathway, they're just focused on, oh, I'm going to fall. If you want to be successful, you should not have your eyes in this particular place. This is how you are going to stay in the position you're in, right? If you want to get over to the other side of the mountain or the other side of the bridge, if you want to get to a place where you can make the same sort of money you're making now, even more, without working 40+ hours a week, where you can get paid not once or twice a month, that's a broken system. I've got a video about that. I'll leave the link in the description box below as well. You want to get into a winning system, which is what all the wealthy people have, where they can get paid at any different time of the day, multiple times a day, like clockwork. If you want that, those sorts of people don't focus on things not working out, things getting some sort of result before I take this step. No, those sorts of people, their focus is right here. Now, it's not just about focusing over there. There's another part to this which I'll show you in a moment. But before I get to that, this is biblical. This is why all of the business strategies that I teach are all based on biblical principle stuff in the Bible. Think about passages like in Hebrews where it talks about Jesus, right? For the joy that was set before him, endured the pain of the cross. Think about it. One individual, just to kind of show it in here, right? If Jesus was focused on the crucifixion, just being crucified, he would have been focused only on this right here. This is the pain, this is the obstacle, this is the drama. But what did it say? It said Jesus, for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross. So as Jesus was going all the way throughout his ministry, going all the way throughout his life, he was focused on the joy. He was focused on the accomplishment, the fact that he would save all of mankind. He would give the whole of creation the opportunity to trust in him and to be saved for all eternity. That was the joy that was empowering him, giving him the strength to move forward on a day-to-day basis and to fulfill the will of his Father, to complete the mission. He wasn't focused every single day on, oh, you know what, I'm about to be crucified, and when I get crucified, it's going to be painful and it's going to be hard and etc. That's how losers think. But we are winners, so we don't think in that way. We think about this over here on this side, which is the prize, the joy which is set before us. When you do that, it does something powerful, right? When you think in this way, this is system thinking. Successful system thinking. When you are focused on the mission, on the joy that's before you, this is what gives you the confidence and the power to follow the system and walk to the other side of the mountain, where other people are focused on the destruction, on the crucifixion, on the thing which they don't want to happen. We as winners focus on the joy which is set before us, the win, the goal, the mission, the reason why God created us, the reason why God put us here. And when we take those steps forward, And when we focus on that thing, it gives us the power, the confidence, the courage to take the step forward and walk, because we're following a winning system. We're following the godly system which he's laid out on his word, and that will empower us to do the things he's desired us to do. So if you are in a situation right now where you are tired, you're fed up, you don't want to continue to work 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week just for a paycheck, but you want to have more fulfillment, you want to have more freedom, and you want to have more finances, watch this video right here next. It will show you exactly how to do it, and you can start to do it in less than 7 days or less. Go win, and God bless winners.